We celebrate mothers and we celebrate caregivers for sacrificing everything. But almost nobody wants to talk about the fact that they're grieving while they're doing this caregiving. Hey y'all, it's Coach Z, and as a certified grief coach, life coach, communication coach, Christian coach, and an advanced grief recovery specialist, I understand that. I understand that when you become a caregiver, whether you're raising children, caring for aging parents, supporting your spouse, or constantly helping everyone else, life changes. Sometimes your career gets delayed, the one you work so hard for. Sometimes your business slows down. Sometimes your social life, it totally changes. Even your body, sometimes your body changes. Your freedom changes. Even your identity changes. And you question who you are. People say all the time, it's just a season. And yeah, we know that it's just a season as a caregiver. But that doesn't mean that there isn't grief inside of the season that you're in. Here's something that I had to learn. Just because you're grateful doesn't mean that you're not grieving. Let that sink in. You can thank God for your children, and you can still grieve career opportunities that you had to postpone. Yep. You can love and care for your parents so deeply and still grieve the freedom that you once had that you now have to surrender. You can cherish your family, your beautiful family, and still grieve the version of yourself that feels like it got left behind in the mix. Those are not in conflict. They can exist together at the same time. And here's another truth that I want to let you sink in. Delay does not mean denial. No, it doesn't. Just because your dream has been postponed does not mean that God canceled it altogether. But pretending that you're not grieving what you had to put on hold, or pretending that you're not questioning what your current reality is, it won't make you stronger. Let me tell you, it's going to make you someone who is silently carrying more than you were ever meant to carry alone. And eventually that silence and that grief will come out, and it'll look like burnout. Sometimes it'll look like anxiety. Sometimes it'll look like resentment. Sometimes it'll look like an emotional exhaustion. And guess what? It can even look like a complete breakdown, especially when you don't have a strong support system. When you're the one that everyone depends on, when there is no one stepping in to give you relief from your duties, you can love your family so deep and still grieve the life that you had to temporarily set aside to care for them. But I'm going to tell you to take your mask off. Giving yourself permission to grieve doesn't make you ungrateful. It makes you honest. And honesty is where your healing will begin. I need to tell you that it's time to be honest about what's grieving you so you can release it instead of carrying it and holding it in. Don't allow your unexpressed grief to block what God is trying to grow inside of you or keep you from seeing what you're going through. Well, yeah, it may feel like life has been holding you back. Remember this. Remember this. If you do the inner work during this season, one day you'll look back and you'll realize that you're not falling behind. You're being developed. God is building character in you. He's building resistance in you. He's building wisdom in you. And He is certainly building your faith. And at the right time, you're going to find out what looked like was a delay was actually a preparation for you. You may even find yourself further along than people who you thought had a head start over you, but because they were simply moving forward and you were becoming. Yes, they were moving forward and you were becoming. So if you're carrying both love and loss in this season, I want you to know something. You're not alone. Your grief is valid. Your dreams are still alive. And your story isn't over. Just stay in it, trust God, and watch what He'll do. But your grief and your love, it isn't in conflict. It can exist together. All right, y'all. See you next time.